What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 13 of Out of the Park of Baseball here on NS9Gaming. It is officially the 2023 offseason. 2023 regular season is over. It's done with. Pirates finished 77 and 85. So didn't quite get to where we wanted to be. But you know what? We were in the playoff race pretty much until, September. But unfortunately, just couldn't close out the way we wanted to. 77 and 85. Again, not like the worst season in the world for this Pirates team, but yeah, let's kind of go right into it. It's the off season. I want to try to get through this entire off season tonight on this episode. And if you know Out of the Park, the off season, sometimes this is there's a lot of stuff going on. So first things first, let's go ahead. Let's simulate to the playoffs here. We're going to see just kind of how the playoffs shake out. Like I said, regular season is over, but we've got playoff time. So let's kind of take a peek and see who wins the World Series. A couple things going to happen too. International Showcase starts October 17th, so we'll simulate all the way up until that. But and then we'll start scouting some international prospects. Signing period starts on January 15th. So yeah, we'll probably be seeing some people. Injured list. I mean, Cal Mitch. Man, why are they doing that? You know what we're going to do? We're just going to... People are going to just do rehab assignments for now. I'm not ready to, make 40-man decisions. All right, so we are simulating through the playoffs. Looks like we've got into the divisional series. Guardians, Yankees, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Padres, Cardinals, Dodgers, Mets. Looks like Dodgers and Padres advancing from the National League. Yankees, Blue Jays from the American League. All right, it's October 17th. So what that means is international free agents have now been revealed. Now it's time to actually scout them. So we're going to go to our international scouting screen. We're going to trust our scout. He's a very good scout. We hired the best scout in the game, to begin this simulation. So we're going to ask the scout to go ahead and invite his people that he wants to invite. A lot of 80 potential guys on this list. So we'll have him run practice. We'll do a practice every month until January, and that way he can get a little bit more dialed in on his scouting reports for these guys. Typically, my strategy with international class is I just try to find one guy who I really want, and I spend pretty much my whole budget on that one guy. That's kind of been my strategy, because if you try to spread your money out around a few different people, you miss out on all the impact talent. So that's how we're gonna play it. So we're gonna scout everybody. Gonna scout the top talent, and we're going to drop pretty much our entire international pool on one guy. So that's how we're gonna do it. All right, back to simulating. Let's simulate until November. Should get right into the World Series here. Dodgers, Yankees World Series. MLB can't ask for more than that. Somehow Jose Miranda got a virus. Don't ask me how that happened. Scouting reports. Looks like 2 guys overperformed his expectations. 2 guys underperformed his expectations. So we'll keep scouting guys though. Let's go to November. All right. Dodgers up 2-0. Yankees need to come back. Ooh, 2-2. We got ourselves a series. Okay. November 1st, let's go back to the scouting. We're going to have him invite his guys again. We're going to run another practice. Should have some more notes here. Okay. And the New York Yankees are your 2023 World Series champs. Season over. Season score is 406. I'm not really sure how Out of the Park comes up with these scores. It says it was an average score. So, whatever that means. But it is officially the offseason. So let's roll through our emails here. Michael Wacha has decided not to opt out of his contract. So Michael Wacha will be back for the 2024 season, which kind of sucks because, the Padres are picking up a lot of his salary. But I was kind of hoping we might try to trade him because he was bad after acquiring him too. So we may look to move Michael Wacha this offseason. We got ourselves a new budget. So Bob Nutting is giving us an overall total budget of $144 million. So let's look at our front office page. Let's take a peek and see how we're going to spread these out. Average ticket price last year was $22.75. We are going to raise that to $23 even. Feel pretty comfortable doing that. One thing I do need to do is I need to up my scouting budget. So I didn't do this the first year. So scouting budget and player development budget, I really want to make sure I dump a decent amount of money into that. International free agency, we're going to go ahead and just put our full budget in there. Draft budget, we'll go with just whatever slot is. And player development budget, we're going to put this up to about $20 million for this next season. Scouting budget, let's bump that up to about $15 million. So that gives me, after doing all of that, you know what? I just realized that this number doesn't take if I hit enter. I actually need to hit, what did I say here? Scouting budget, $15 million. Okay, there we go. Player development budget, $20 million. There we go. Draft budget, 97,300,000. And 47.5. All right. So, take a look at our overall finances. We have about $17 million to spend this offseason on free agents. So, that's not a whole lot unless we maybe shed some salaries, but we'll take a look and see what we got going on. We can probably finagle that around a little bit. Nope. What's going on? Okay, there we go. I was like, why is it not letting me go anywhere? Top prospect list is out. End of season top prospect list. Dylan Cruz is 13th. Jesus Mesa, catching prospect in the DSL, he's up there, 36th. Termarr Johnson is 56th. Pitchers, Thomas Harrington, 43rd overall prospect. And it looks like he's the only pitcher on the list. All right, so first things first, what we're going to do, we're going to go to salary arbitration. So we're going to look at all the guys who are eligible for salary arbitration, and we're going to try to either decide if we want to tender them a contract, if we want to non-tender them, if we want to, sometimes we may have to take them to arbitration if they don't agree to a deal. So we'll see what we can do. Carlos Santana is our only actual major league free agent, it looks like. So Santana will be gone. We're not going to offer him a qualifying offer, obviously. But let's kind of start from the top here. JT Brubaker was bad this past year. Like, I don't know if I want to tender JT Brubaker a contract. He had a 5.55 ERA. He did pitch a lot of innings, 160 and 2/3 innings, but he just wasn't good. Like, he was just a bad pitcher. I don't want him on the team next year. Like, so we are not even going to tender J2 Brubaker a contract. Kent Emanuel, we got to bring him back. Now, obviously, I don't want Kent Emanuel to be in the starting rotation next year. Like, hopefully, it doesn't have to be that way. But I wouldn't mind bringing him back as a lefty bullpen option. Looks like he's a Super 2 guy. He's eligible for arbitration this year. So arbitration estimates $1.3 million. You can usually sign them to a deal a little bit under their arbitration estimate. So we're going to offer them a 1-year deal for $1.24 million and see what happens there. So Kent Emanuel has been offered a 1-year deal. Nabil Krismat, he was a guy that we traded for. Actually, no, we claimed him off of waivers by the Padres. He had a pretty decent season. He had a good first, few weeks for the Padres. 3.63 ERA with the Pirates, 69 in the third innings. Like, he did all right. I think we should offer him a deal, but $2.6 million. Yeah, we can do that. I mean, he was a solid bullpen piece, so we're not giving him a starting rotation role, that's for sure. But we'll do $2.34 million for Krismat. I think that's pretty fair. Will Crow. Will Crow started the season super hot. He was actually our all-star representative this season. Ended the season not so hot. 4.52 ERA, 91 and 2/3 innings. Just wasn't all that great. Ratings aren't great. We are not going to tender Will Crow a contract. So there's like $3.5 million we've saved there off of the budget. Next up is Mitch Keller, and this is the dilemma here because Mitch Keller was bad. He was bad, you guys. I moved him to the bullpen after 21 starts. He was quite a bit better out of the bullpen. So as a starter, 6.61 ERA. After being kind of banished to the bullpen, 3.19. So he was a lot more effective there. I think it's worth, just because, like, he's not that expensive. I think he's worth offering an extension to, but he doesn't even want to sign an extension with me. He wants to go straight to arbitration. So if that's what he wants, we're going to lowball him a little bit here. I think we could get away with this because he had, again, it was a bad year. So we're going to offer him $3.4 million in arbitration. David Bednar. Obviously bringing him back. Excellent season as a closer. Really, really, really good year. I don't want to lock him up long-term necessarily because he still is kind of on the older side. But, I mean, as long as you can get David Bednar for basically under $3 million, like, yeah, I'm bringing him back. That's not even a question. All right. So Bednar has been offered 1 year, $2.9 million. Alex Lang. Alex Lang was brought over at the deadline in a trade, and he did pretty bad. He was really good before the deadline. After the deadline, just kind of fell apart. But he's still got really good stuff, really good movement on his pitches. He's got 3 really good pitches. He throws a decent changeup. Like, I feel like I need to try to bring him back. He does not want to negotiate a deal, though. He's kind of mad. I think he wanted to be the closer, and so when he wasn't, he got a little pissed off. So we are going to go to arbitration with Alex Lang, apparently. AJ Puck wasn't great after coming over, but I need lefties, and so he can probably be a pretty cheap one. He also doesn't want to. He also wants to go right to arbitration. These numbers didn't stick. Okay. So Keller, we're taking to arbitration. Lang, we're taking to arbitration. Puck, we're taking to arbitration. Connor Joe. Connor Joe didn't do a whole lot. He's cheap, though. But do I necessarily need him? I had him in AAA for a good chunk of the year. Had him in the majors for a chunk of the year. Let's bring him back, and like if we need him, we can use him, but he could be a potential trade candidate. So his arbitration estimate is $950,000. So we're gonna offer him $930. I think that's kind of fair. All right. Miguel Andujar. We're not tendering this dude a contract. I just refuse to. All right, Brian Reynolds. Here's going to be the big story of the offseason. I don't want to trade Brian Reynolds, but I can't afford to lock him up long term, right? So, like, let's say if I was going to offer Brian Reynolds an extension, I'd probably want 6 years, right? And so for 6 years, he wants 6 years, $133 million, which, is buying him out of 4 free agency seasons at $24 million per season. I just don't have the money for that. So we're going to just offer Reynolds a 1-year deal if he, but I am going to listen to offers this offseason for Brian Reynolds just to see kind of what happens there. We'll give him a bonus for an All-Star game. We'll give him a bonus for MVP. Okay. I think that's all pretty fair. All right. 1 year, $11.22 million. All right. So everybody's been either tendered, non-tendered, or looks like we're going to arbitration with a few guys as well. Let's look at trading block. Mark Payton, Michael Wacha, I guess, needs activated from the injured list. Let's look at the waiver wire. Noah Skiro, Bryce Miller, Ortega. This actually isn't a bad pickup right here. Averson Ortega. He's only 20. Yeah, I might pick up this guy up. My scout likes him. He's not ready for Major League Baseball, but I could maybe stow him away. Richie Palacios. Don't really need him. I'm going to hold off on Ortega. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to put in a claim for him. See what happens. Okay. We're not going to vote on awards. It's just a kind of a waste of time. It's not that important in the grand scheme of things either. So we're going to let that just get simulated. So let's go to our, let's kind of go to our next thing, right? Which is the Gold Glove Award being announced. Should hear back from some of these extension offers, though. The Marlins are offering us Sandy Alcantara for O'Neal Cruz. That's kind of wild, isn't it? That's actually really wild. Oh, man. So O'Neal Cruz has a lot more like years of control. We locked up O'Neal Cruz over the offseason. I mean, over the season. So, like, he's locked in till 2033. Sandy Alcantara is not. He's a free agent at the end of next season, so we're not going to do that. All right, so Averson Ortega is now a Pirate. Cool. Peter Lambert, don't want him. All right, so Connor Joe has signed his deal. David Bednar has signed his deal. The fans love the Bednar deal. Brian Reynolds signs his deal. Fans love it. Kent Emanuel signs his deal. Nabil Krismat signs his deal. And the Angels want to trade us kind of a bunch of bums for Brian Reynolds. So I'm not quite sure why they want to do that. Here's what I am going to do, though. I am going to make Brian Reynolds available. So, people, feel free to offer me trades for Brian Reynolds. All right, so if we go back to the arbitration screen here, you'll see Brubaker, Crow, and Duhar are being non-tendered. Puck, Lang, and Keller are going to arbitration. So we'll see how that goes. Let's kind of just keep trucking along here. It is now November 9th. Andujar for Reynolds. Got some people, got some international signings. All right, here's an offer. The Angels again. Jake Madden, Victor Maderos, and LJ McDonough for Brian Reynolds. We're not doing that either. Like, what do these people think they're doing? These are terrible, terrible offers. Another trade offer from the Rangers. Edgar Nguanzo and Luis Ramirez for Brian Reynolds. Now, I will say this Edgar Nguanzo guy looks really good. This changeup potential is crazy. The only thing you got to kind of watch out for in this game is when you see like that 2 rating, you could like that pitch could just never develop. If that pitch doesn't develop, then he's not really as good as these potential ratings are. But this is a pretty good pitching prospect. We're gonna say no to that though. Like I think, like I wanna kind of see what's out there for Brian Reynolds. Orioles, Peyton Pallett, Juan Daniel, and Encarnacion for Brian Reynolds and Peguero. We're not doing that. The Royals want to send us Heston Kjerstad and Christian Chamberlain for JT Brubaker and Po Yu Chen. So Heston Kjerstad apparently not good in this game. Doesn't really do anything well either. So we're going to pass. Although we are non-tendering Brubaker. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go back to that Royals offer. We're going to discuss it. See if I can see if we can still make that happen. So we can trade Brubaker for Kjerstad straight up. Heston Kjerstad sucks. No, there's not even any point to it. I don't even want him in my organization. Phillies. Edgar Segovia, Christian Hernandez for JT Brubaker and Henry Davis. No. Bucko Mike, you're saying though to take that the Heston Kjerstad deal? From the Royals? Honestly, that's not bad. Like, if we do Brubaker for Kjerstad, or maybe I can get somebody else. Let's take a look and see if I can maybe get somebody. Let's, like, see if I can sneak somebody. What about Edgar Martinez? Let's try this. Brubaker for Edgar Martinez. I like that home run power. He had 30 homers in single A. All right, we're going to submit this. See what happens. I mean, Brubaker is getting non-tendered anyways. So if we can get somebody, we'll do it. Says we're close. Discuss trade again. So who does he want? Oh, we can give up. There's some bums in this list. Like Brennan Malone is not doing anything ever in this game. So I can just add Brendan Malone and the deal's done. Let's do that. JT Brubaker, Brendan Malone for Edgar Martinez. Complete trade. Boom. Deal's done. Edgar Martinez, he had a 869 OPS in single A this year, 30 home runs. So we're going to start him in Greensboro. Hopefully he can kind of move quickly there, though. But there we go. Got rid of Brubaker. We were going to non-tender him anyways, and we got like an actual interesting prospect for him. So we will take that all day. All right. Diamondbacks want to send us Avery Short for Mitch Keller. I'm going to decline. Going to pass on that. Man, there's trade offers everywhere here. Tigers want to trade us Casey Mize for Luis Ortiz. I feel like I need to make this trade. Yeah, so like Casey Mize is like actually pretty good in this game. He's already arbitration eligible, which is wild because I feel like Casey Mize hasn't been in the majors at all. And Luis Ortiz, quite honestly, not that great. I got to go with Mize here. Let's see if we can even get Detroit to pay for some of him. Boom. All right. We just traded Luis Ortiz for Casey Mize. And then also, since he's arbitration eligible, do I need to... Let me see if I can sign him real quick. He wants a 1-year, $3.5 million deal. Let's offer him 3.15. Okay. I like that trade. Angels want to trade Joe Adell and Brandon Smith for Keller and Contreras. I can't give up both pitchers. Like, Joe Adell's not a bad pick up there power-wise, but he hasn't really been able to hit in the majors at all. He did crush AAA. Yeah, I'm going to pass. I need pitching. So I can't really just be trading away cheap pitching right now. Don't like that trade. Let's get Mize to sign this deal. So I guess Mize didn't sign the deal. So we're going to go ahead and offer him just in case we need to. Arbitration estimate is 3.2. So let's do arbitration here at 3,150,000. All right. Hopefully he just signs his deal. But all right, we do have today's our arbitration day though. Salary arbitration hearings are today. Mize has a contract sitting out there. Hopefully he just signs it so we don't have to actually go to arbitration. But let's go ahead. Let's finish today. Check out how we did in arbitration. All right. Casey Mize. Arbitrator ruled in favor of the team, $3.15 million. AJ Puck, arbitrator ruled in favor of the team, $1.25. Keller ruled in favor of the team, $3.4. Alex Lang ruled in favor of the team, $1.25. So we went 4 for 4 on our arbitration cases. That's a Bob Nutting win right there, winning all 4 of your arb cases. All right, let's get Casey Mize onto the active roster. Okay, so free agency filings are tomorrow, so let's get right to it. Free agents are on the market. We'll look to see who's available, but before I ever really want to go looking for free agents, I really like kind of looking at my lineup, looking at my pitching staff. I like clearing it all out, and I want to go through here and I want to see, okay, who do I have that I know is going to be in a specific spot? Because then I don't need to worry about that in free agency. If I have someone, or if I have a position where there's an opening or there's competition for it, we may address that through free agency depending on the situation. So first things first, Endy Rodriguez is our starting catcher going into opening day, 100%. First base, Jose Miranda put up a pretty solid season last year. So Jose Miranda is going to be our first baseman. I'm going to make a little switch this year. So O'Neal Cruz is going to be a third baseman. O'Neal Cruz is going to be the third baseman. And we talk about this on the podcast all the time. What if we swapped Cruz and Hayes, right? What if Hayes was our shortstop? So I'm going to officially start doing that next year. So Ke'Bryan Hayes is my shortstop. O'Neal Cruz is my third baseman. Second baseman, Rodolfo Castro certainly earned the starting spot going into next year. He had a 4.4 WAR season, 22 bombs, 797 OPS. So Castro is going to be slotted into that starting second base spot. Brian Reynolds, as of now, still a Pirate, so he's going to be in left field. Everything else, though, is kind of open. Like, I will say this, that Matt Gorski, Jack Sawinski platoon worked out really well. So we'll probably stick with that for at least one of these outfield spots. But honestly, we need a corner outfielder. Andrew McCutchen probably going to just be mostly my full-time DH again. But I need a corner outfielder, or I could use a center fielder. I could put Jack Sawinski and Gorski in right to platoon there, and then I need a center fielder. So let's now Dylan Cruz is waiting in the minors too, so keep that in mind. Dylan Cruz won't start the season on the Pirates next year, but he could get there in the middle of the year. So, but we need to address the outfield. So let's keep that in mind. Andrew McCutchen, slotting him in at DH. So we need an outfielder. Pitching rotation. Let's clear this out. Clear bullpen. Clear staff. Let's look at some pitcher ratings. So Casey Mize going to be in the rotation for sure. Johan Oviedo going to be in the rotation for sure. Contreras was okay. There's Mitch Keller sitting there too. Like, I feel like Mitch Keller deserves another shot. But honestly, the rotation is not looking great. Michael Wacha probably needs to be in the rotation. But, like, well, first off, how much am I paying Michael Wacha? Like, do I need to just dump him? Because he's not good. So Michael Wacha, I'm paying him $5.6 million. That's not that much. I can get by with that. Okay. Michael Wacha. I need some starting pitching, though. I can't really count on the rest of these guys to pitch. As far as the bullpen goes, it'll shake out. Bednar, closer. So Bednar, closer. Alexis Diaz, setup man. Dylan Coleman is going to be in there. Alex Lang is going to be in there. Chris Matt is going to be in there. Puck is going to be in there. Emmanuel's going to be in there. So honestly, the bullpen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then just kind of tossing it up between these guys. Bullpen should be good. Oh, you're right. Sal Frelick. How did I forget Sal Frelick? Let me go to the injured list. Yeah, I completely forgot I had Sal Frelick. Thank you, Bucko Mike. So Frelick's going to be in the outfield somewhere. I think I had him mostly playing right field this season. Yeah, 23 games in right field. He wasn't good at it. Kind of rough defensively. But, yeah. No, let's... Frelick in right field for sure. And then... Sawinski, Gorski. Okay. Well, let's see what we got. We need some pitching though. So like that's kind of main thing there. We've got $28 million for free agents right now. So that's kind of cool. We should be able to get some people with that. Let's head to the offseason center. We need pitching. Shohei Ohtani is a free agent. Keep that in mind. Any interesting batters though? Again, like I don't think I need to worry about infield at all. But as far as outfield goes, I could maybe use another right-handed bat. Trey Mancini's sitting there for $6 million. He was okay last year. Wasn't great. No power. 19 homers. He was okay. He's getting a little up there in age, though. But he also doesn't need a ton of money. Kevin Kiermaier. Obviously, extremely good defensively. Not a great hitter. Cody Bellinger. He was awful, though. Jeez. He only wants $2 million. That's how bad he was. Cody Bellinger will sign for somebody for $2 million. All right. Right-handed outfielder. I actually do need one. Let's go ahead and pick up... honestly, actually, I just need somebody who like mashes lefties. Batter ratings versus lefties. So Hunter Renfroe, Joey Gallo's up there. Adam Duvall, Teoscar Hernandez, Trey Mancini. Trey Mancini's pretty good against lefties. Let's go ahead and sign him. Or we're going to offer Trey Mancini. We're not going to offer him a 3-year deal. We're going to give him a 1-year deal. We're not going to promise a starting spot. 1 year, $6 million. See what he says. He's telling me I'm going to go up a little bit. Let's go to 6.3. All right. See how that goes. Back to... I don't need any lefties, though. Bellinger, and he was terrible. Okay, pitchers. Starting pitchers. So Shohei Ohtani wants $31 million. That's actually not that bad, I feel like. What if we signed Ohtani? Do I even have enough money for him? Nope, I don't. I literally couldn't even sign Shohei Ohtani. I feel like that's not like that crazy of a contract, though. I don't think the game will let me sign Ohtani. Trade people? I could trade Brian Reynolds. Like, if I traded Brian Reynolds, I could get Ohtani. Hold on. Let's look at this. It actually would be kind of cool to get Shohei Ohtani. I've never had him in this game before. So, from a cost-wise, I mean, Andrew McCutchen's taken up... If I'm getting Ohtani, I don't need Kutch. I can't trade Andrew McCutchen, though, can I? The only person who wants to trade for Andrew McCutchen are the Blue Jays. And they want to trade me Chris Bassett for him, who's due $21 million. I can't do that. at all. Let's take this out. Try that one more time. Yeah, I can't trade Kutch. No one will take him. With it, no one will like take on his salary. Michael Wacha, I could probably trade. Which I wouldn't feel terrible about doing if I'm getting Ohtani. But no one wants Michael Wacha either. Yeah, I don't have the money. I literally can't sign him unless I trade Brian Reynolds. Like that's the only thing I could do. If I trade Brian Reynolds, I could make a run for Ohtani. So here's the question. Do we trade Brian Reynolds so that we can make a run for Ohtani? Okay. Let's talk about this. Let's see what we can get. So we can trade Brian Reynolds to the Yankees and they would give us Jason Dominguez. We could trade him to the Mets, we can get Alex Ramirez. We could trade him to the Rangers, get that pitcher. Looks like the Yankees or the Mets are going to be the best spot for him from like a what they have to offer standpoint. I'd rather trade him to the Yankees because although Alex Ramirez, oh boy, he's the number 10 prospect in baseball. These are good. These are pretty good right here, and he can play good center field defense. Jason Dominguez, also good. All right, guys. We're trading Reynolds. Do we want Jason Dominguez or do we want Alex Ramirez? I think I want Alex Ramirez. Like, the dude's got crazy good stats. Good potential. Number 10 prospect in baseball. I might be able to get a little bit more out of the Mets, too. Let's see what we can do. All right. So, Alex Ramirez. And let's see if I can get, like, I always kind of like adding in something here if we can. Who else we got? What about... This is a pretty decent reliever prospect. But I wouldn't mind like a starter. Blake Tidwell. Make this work. Who do we need to add? Not adding any of those guys. Let's look at another starting pitcher. Calvin Ziegler. All right. This is the deal we're going to make. We're going to go... We're going to add some bum here. We're going to add this Sharts guy. Owen Sharts and Brian Reynolds for Alex Ramirez and Calvin Ziegler. That'll free up some money. And we should be able to sign Ohtani. Boom. Done deal. Alex Ramirez... You're going to go to AAA. So we just acquired the number 10 prospect in baseball for Brian Reynolds. We also got Calvin Ziegler, starting pitching prospect. Yeah, so we're gonna put him in we're gonna put him in Greensboro. All right. Now, let's go after Ohtani. Let's do it. Shohei Ohtani. Offer contract. I've got the money now. Eight years. See if I can talk him down just a little bit too. All right. Shohei Ohtani has just been offered a contract. Let's go back here because I do probably need another starting pitcher too. So starting pitcher, and I just need somebody like with an arm who like a decent bounce back candidate maybe. Charlie Morton is gonna be really old, so I just don't trust Charlie Morton. Sorry, man, I love you though. Alex Cobb out 5 to 6 months with a torn labrum. Cal Quantrill. It's not a terrible option. Like, he's probably capable. Ranger Suarez, I always do kind of like getting a lefty in the rotation, but he was pretty bad too. But you never know. Like, the lefties always kind of sneak up on you every now and then. What about Aaron Savali? He sucked. Let's go with I just need an arm. Cal Quantrill doesn't seem like a bad pick. Like, he should be able to at least throw some innings. His stuff sucks though. He can't strike people out. So never mind. We're gonna pass. Aaron Savali might be a more attractive option at $1.6 million. Let's do that. All right. Okay. See what we can do. Andrew Haney is on the trading block. John Gray is on the trading block. Trevor Williams. Michael Conforto, Rafael Ortega. So is Tyler Glasnow is on the trading block. Tyler Glasnow is extremely good in this game. I want to see something. How much would it cost for the Rays to pay Glasnow? What would I need to do? I would have to send him O'Neal Cruz. So, yeah, that's not happening. All right. Now, here's the other thing, too. I just traded Brian Reynolds, so that kind of leaves a little bit of a gap in the outfield for me. But we also just opened up some room for Dylan Cruz, too. So we're just going to have to kind of... I think that left field spot is going to just be... I might have to play Andrew McCutchen in right field, move Frelick to left. I'll have enough options there. I want to hear back from Ohtani, though. All right, Brewers want to trade me Rowdy Tellez for Andrew McCutchen and Anthony Solometo. I'm assuming Tellez is making money, so that's why they want to get rid of him. So we're not going to do that. Don't have the money. Twins want to send Harry Ford. Somehow they got Harry Ford from the Mariners. And Matt Swanson and Jared Johnson for Bednar and Burrows. Harry Ford's kind of an attractive prospect, but we're not trading Bednar for Harry Ford. Yeah, I know. I've got Sal Frelick. Sal Frelick could play left field. I might need Frelick to play center though. All right, Aaron Savali. I've got a hunch that nobody else will come close to your offer. So right now I've got the best offer for Savali, which is good. We're not going to worry about the Hall of Fame class. We're not going to vote in that. Phillies, Juan Amarante and Darium Gutierrez for David Bednar. Not happening. Santiago Flores, Nate Furman. People wanting Bednar. You're not getting David Bednar. David Bednar is like way too cheap for me to trade him right now. Yeah, like no. We're not doing any of these. How much is Jalen Beeks making? $4 million reliever. Yeah. No. We can't trade Kutch either. Okay. Shohei Ohtani update. I can see myself playing for Pittsburgh after the contract you presented me. If it doesn't work out, it will be because someone else offered me a better deal. For now, though, yours is at the top of the stack. That's kind of tight, Shohei Ohtani. We have the best offer out there for him. Royals want to trade us Salvador Perez for Johan Oviedo and Henry Davis. I don't have the money for Salvador Perez. And we've got Endy, so that's a no. Ryan says it's not going to work out. It's going to work out, Ryan. We're going to sign Ohtani. All right. Shohei Ohtani, I've busted my hump for every ball club I've played for, and I think I should be getting a better deal from you than what you've proposed. The Cubs aren't letting grass grow under their feet. Their deal is around $236 million. That said, I'm still open to suggestions. All right, so we're gonna have to beat the Cubs contract. What's this deal? This is a guaranteed 221. Potential value. You know what? Let's just take away the option. So now it's 264. 320. What was the other deal that we had? 264, 320. This is 8 years. 8 years. $264. Wait, no. 251. Yeah, 251. What did the Cubs offer? 236? So that's a better deal, right? Yeah, so we're going to take away the player option. We're going to make it just guaranteed money. We're going to go... We're going to go 8 years, 251. Yeah. Okay. See how that goes. Altuve on the trading block. What do the Astros want for? Oh, Altuve is gonna just veto trades anyways. God, I want Ohtani. Hey, Greg Allen is on the trading block. Our old buddy. God, Paul Blackburn was bad. Come on, Shohei. Sign on the dotted line. All right, your offer is close to what I was looking for in a deal. I'm going to see what the competition has to say, but if you stay on top, I'll be playing in Pittsburgh next year. Trey Mancini needs a little bit more money. And honestly, I don't need Trey Mancini's money anymore now that I'm getting Ohtani. So, yeah, you know what? Trey, we're contracts off the table. Don't need you anymore. Padres want David Bednar. Not happening. Ooh, MLB draft lottery. So we didn't get a top 6 pick. So we're probably just slotted into wherever we need to be. But that does kind of affect our draft budget. So recommended slots 9840. So we're just going to change that 9840000. All right. We do have to get ready for the Rule 5 draft soon, though. All right. Astros have just outbidded us. So now we got to go back and offer more money for Ohtani. So we're going to go 8 years. Let's see if we can... This makes it 8 years, 268. All right. Yeah, I bet I'm not missing out on both. Not happening. All right. I'd like to close on a deal soon, but not quite yet. You are ahead of everyone else at the moment. All right. So things are looking good. Things are looking good for Ohtani. If we sign Ohtani, we are going for it. Houston outbid me again. Okay, 8 years. What if I just go a 9th year? I mean, it's Ohtani. 9 years. Let's do that. Reset. 9 years. Boom, 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 boom. All right. All right. We have a leg up on other clubs. Dude, we're going to be keeping this going, Denardo. I don't know what you're talking about. Blue Jays want Bednar. Everybody wants Bednar this offseason. All right, Rule 5 draft. So let's first off, we got to make sure we don't have any like stragglers out there. Our 40-man roster is pretty full. We've got 38 people on there. Let's look at our Rule 5 eligible players and see like who absolutely needs added on. Not a whole lot of people do, but probably safe to say Malcolm Nunez needs added. And then Edgar Martinez, who we just acquired. You know what? He probably doesn't actually need added. No one's drafting him. He played A-ball last year. He's 32 overall. We're going to hope no one takes Edgar Martinez. We're going to leave him off. I think everyone else, though, is kind of safe here. No pitchers. Like Mike Burrows is a possibility, but I doubt it. Like, and also he just got hurt. Like, I think we're safe with Mike Burrows. Actually, as a reliever, Burrows isn't terrible. So we're gonna add Burrows just to be safe. But let's take somebody off the 40-man so we have room to to add somebody in the Rule 5 draft if we need to. So we're going to take off Max Yeah, we're going to take off Max Kranick. Okay. Now we got one open spot. A lot of people just got waived, though. So let's see if there's anything on the waiver wire that's interesting. Riley Thompson, no. Nick Neidert, Keegan Thompson, Dylan Bundy, Steven Brault, and no one too interesting. Okay. Roll 5 draft time. Let's go. We have the 10th pick. Let's go ahead and start this thing. We'll go ahead and auto draft to me. Let's see if anybody's been taken so far. So Brendan McKay was first overall pick in the Roll 5 draft. That's not too bad. Alexander Canario, that's a good name. Okay. Usually I like picking up like a reliever in the Roll 5 draft if there's a decent one available. So let's see what we got. No one that great. Now, John Kenzie Noel is definitely an attractive candidate because of the power, but I already have a first baseman, and there's just no point in getting him. Kevin Alcantara would be nice to have in the organization, but again, like I don't have room to put him on the major league roster. Now this guy, Yoendris Gomez. Let's pick this guy. He has the potential to be a pretty good reliever. Fastball, slider, good stuff, good movement. Let's pick him. If he doesn't make it, he doesn't make it, but we have a spot, so we might as well take somebody. And we'll go ahead and just complete the draft. No Pirates were taken, so that's what I like to see. All right. Come on, give me an answer, Ohtani. We're just going to simulate one day at a time until we get an answer from Ohtani. Orioles want David Bednar. We aren't trading David Bednar. Like, unless you're grossly overpaying, we're not trading David Bednar. Red Sox want David Bednar. Padres want David Bednar. Angels want David Bednar. Mets want David Bednar. Mets are willing to trade Cole Young for Bednar. Pittsburgh guy for a Pittsburgh guy. We aren't going to do that. All right, it is now December 25th. It's Christmas. Ohtani's still out there. And the White Sox have outbid me. So we're just going to have to outbid the White Sox. Okay. 9 years, 351. I mean, I cleared out all that money for him. Like, we're getting him. If I need to trade him 2 or 3 years into that deal, we can do it. But we're going to get Ohtani. Like, it's going to happen. Astros want David Bednar. And the Royals want Nabil Crismatt. And Jesus Mesa. That's not happening. Not trading Jesus Mesa. All right, so Max Kranick cleared waivers. So we'll go ahead and put him in AAA. Jim just lost Reynolds, and he's going to lose out on getting... I'm not going to lose out on getting Ohtani. Like, I've got the budget now. Like, I'm not losing a bidding war for Ohtani. All right. All right, so we signed Aaron Savali. That's good. Needed him. I do need to... I need 40 man's full. So... Carmen Majinski. Actually, Yeri De Los Santos. Yuck. All right. Shohei Ohtani, I have the... I'm the number one offer. So... I'm not taking any of those Bednar deals. Oh, you know what? Did I do a scouting practice this month? Ooh, good thing I caught that. Yeah, I'm not losing Ohtani, you guys. Not happening. Bednar, nope. All right, it's the new year. It's January 1st. Jim lied to me. Yankees went Bednar. Not happening. All right, come on, Ohtani. You guys. The Pittsburgh front office announced the signing of Shohei Ohtani today as the team's new starting pitcher. The 29-year-old comes to terms with the Pirates. It's going to be a $39 million year, $39 million per year over 9 years. Shohei Ohtani, 9-year, $351. He's a bucko, you guys. We did it. We did it. I got to give up a 3rd round pick as compensation, so we'll take that. Fan increase is amazing. They're ecstatic. Shohei Ohtani is a Pittsburgh Pirate. GM Jim Cherington. Promises made, promises kept. That's what we're talking about. All right. Let's get Ohtani on the active roster along with Savali. I do need to DFA one more guy. Who's going to be the guy we need to DFA to get Shohei Ohtani on the roster? Sadly, it's going to be Dowry Moretta. And Ohtani, welcome to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Hell yes. All right. So now if we look at the lineup, we've got all players. We're going to put Ohtani now at DH. So Ohtani is now the designated hitter. We're going to, you know what? They actually, somebody turned him off as a two-way player in here. So we're going to use this two-way player, obviously. Okay. I love it. Love it. Okay. Ohtani in the lineup. Pitching. Ohtani in the rotation, obviously. Savali in the rotation. Okay. I think we're pretty good there. So the rotation is going to be Ohtani, Mize, Oviedo, Savali, and Waka. That's not too bad. That's not a terrible rotation. And we got Ohtani in the lineup now. Frelick is going to go to left field. Yep. center field, we're going to do that Sawinski, and we're going to do the Sawinski-Gorski platoon that we talked about. That worked really well last year. And Andrew McCutchen's going to have to just play right field. He's going to have to suck it up at age 37, and he's going to have to play right field. Hell yes. Hell yes. All right, we're set. We're all set. Let's run one more practice before the international signing period. And let's just go to that day. Jim cheated and turned his two-way player off last year, so he didn't cost. You know what's funny is I didn't, but that is interesting that it was off. Braves want Nabil Krismat and they want to trade me Marcell Ozuna. F that. No way. Okay. Angels went Bednar now. They don't have anything to trade me. Kutch minus 10 defensive run save. All right. Yeri De Los Santos has cleared waivers, and so has Dowry Moretta. Looking at the waiver wire, nothing all that interesting. God, people really want David Bednar. The Angels are going to give me Jackson Wolf for David Bednar. Jackson Wolf is who we got for Rich Hill. You're going to tell me that you want to give him me for you want to give me him for David Bednar? You're crazy. Crazy. Cardinals went Bednar. God, Bednar's getting a lot of attention now. Depending on how this season goes, Bednar could potentially be on the block at the trading deadline if people are just going to be like stupid about this stuff. Look how dumb Ben Cherington is. He just says, boom goes the dynamite. Yes. For some crappy catcher. He's going to trade Mitch Keller and Mike Burrows for Omar Hernandez. And he's telling me, boom goes the dynamite. Yes. What a stupid idiot. I need to fire him. I'm ready for this international signing period. Let's go. Okay, international signing period has begun. Let's go to the page here. We've got a total of 4 players who are an 80 potential. Now, again, my strategy on international free agents is, because what's going to happen is this demand thing, that's not correct. They're going to get a lot of money, these top guys. So I'm going to pick one, and we're going to go after him. And we're going to give him all my money. So this starting pitcher, honestly, looks nasty. Nasty. And starting pitchers are tough to come by. All right, he looks good. I don't love this guy as far as if I'm going to give somebody all my money. Sergio Lemus, a lot younger. Like, the pitch mix is kind of crazy. And then this is the last one. Now this one, this guy's got some potential, but he's already 18 too. So like he's a little older. We're gonna go with this pitcher, Luis Caballeros. The stuff and the movement is crazy. The control really bad right now, but you just got to hope that gets better. But fastball, sinker, cut. He has no off-speed pitches. What the hell is that? So yeah, never mind. We're not doing this. That's a stupid pitch mix. This guy's a better pitch mix, but he also doesn't have a fastball. Like his cutter is his fastball, so we're gonna not do that one either. We're gonna go with one of these hitters. So let's go with this. Let's go with the Jesus. I don't really love any of these guys. They all kind of suck. This Jorge Soriano, he's 18, but his current ratings are not great. Contact, gap power are going to be good. He's probably not going to hit for power. He should be pretty good in center field, though. So, him or him? This guy can't play defense. He's slow, but he's got a ton of pop. All right, we're going to sign this guy, Jorge Soriano. Okay. We're just going to give him the full allotment, 4750000. Okay. The Rays want David Bednar and Alex Ramirez. What are they doing? No way. Soriano likes my offer. Nobody got into the Hall of Fame. That's sad. What? I gave him the full allotment. Are you serious? He likes the Giants more than me? Now I gotta find another guy. Oh, I guess I'm gonna go with this right fielder then. I didn't like any of the pitchers. All right. See what he says. No Escamilla. Pavin Smith on the waiver wire. Jay Groom on the waiver wire. Don't need either of those guys. So many Bednar offers. As soon as I wrap up this international signing, I can probably simulate to spring training. Okay, there we go. We got him. No Escamilla is in the Pirates organization. We're going to start him off just in the international complex for a bit. Let him sit at the academy. Probably get him in some DSL games this year. All right. Let's simulate to the end of January. All these people want Alex Ramirez and David Bednar. Like, I don't know what you... Like, I'm not giving you a top 10 hitting prospect and a top-tier closer for really anything. Like, it's not happening. Hey, look at this. Bob Nutting has decided to raise my budget. Thank you, Bob Nutting. I've got $23 more million to spend. I don't know what's available. But Bob Nutting just gave me $20 more million. Shit, Sonny Gray's out there. I should sign Sonny Gray, shouldn't I? Because right now, my pitching staff is certainly like my weak point. Is Sonny Gray the best remaining starting pitcher out there? Yeah. Joe Ross. He didn't really do anything last year. Yeah, you know what? We are going to sign Sonny Gray. Not for a 4-year deal. Jeez. Can I give him 2? Will he take that? All right, let's see how that goes. See, Nutting ain't so bad. All right, let's see if we hear back from him here. Everybody wants David Bednar. I can't believe Bob Nutting just gave me an extra $20 million. I guess because I signed Ohtani, they were like, yeah, you know what? I've always had a strong work ethic and have put the hours into my career. I think it's time I get rewarded and be guaranteed a no-trade clause. Do we give Sonny Gray a no-trade clause? No, we're not. We're not going to do it. I don't want a no trade clause in there. He's like really pushing for a no trade clause. I guess we'll do it. We'll give him a no trade clause. I do want to get him down a little bit more, though. Fine. Man, he beat me into a pulp there. I need starting pitching, though. But I am curious on season ticket sales. So season tickets, projected attendance is 32,000. Attendance is projected to go up 43%. And it's all because of Shohei. All because of Shohei. All right, come on. Sign your deal, Sonny Gray. Let's get this thing over with. It's February. All right. Sonny Gray, 2-year deal. I like it. Let's see if I can trade Waka now, if that's possible. Come on, somebody wants Michael Waka. Nobody wants Michael Wacha. Who else do I got? There's Keller. Because Keller did suck. All right, let's trade him for this catching prospect. It'll actually free up some money, too. Fans don't like that I traded Mitch Keller, but, like, what do you want me to do? The dude was just garbage. All right, so look at the budget. Front office. So we've got $10 million available. So I think the way that we're going to do this is we're going to add another $1 million to the player development budget. I can actually take a little bit off of the draft budget now because I lost my 3rd round pick. 58, 80. Let's raise player development up to 21 million. Just spread a little bit of money around. Scouting, let's go up to 16. And that still leaves me with like $8 million to play around with if I need to like add pieces at the deadline. Okay. I like it. Let's look and see. Oh, I need to add Sonny Gray to the active roster. Michael Wacha is actually not going to be in the rotation. Sonny Gray will. And then let's take this thing to spring training. StubHub just got an influx of 300,000 Pirates tickets on sale. Hell, what an offseason, you guys. So not only did we trade Brian Reynolds, but we traded him for a top 10 prospect in Alex Ramirez. We acquired so we signed we traded for Casey Mize. So Casey Mize, that was a big trade. Traded Luis Ortiz for Casey Mize. Then we signed Shohei Ohtani to a 9-year deal. We signed Sonny Gray after we were given more money by Bob Nutting because of our projected attendance. We signed Aaron Savali. So rotation is pretty shored up right now. It's a pretty strong rotation. Offensively, like I said, we got Ohtani in the DH spot. Didn't really add a whole lot other than that offensively, but we do have quite a few pieces to work with for that. Ryan, best offseason in his lifetime. Yeah, you bet your ass, man. So spring training is officially now spring training. We'll get into that on the next simulation, but you guys, Shohei Ohtani is a Pittsburgh Pirate. Remember that. All right, guys. That's going to do it for today. Fun off season. Looking forward to the 2024 season, seeing what we can do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your comments. We will be back. Probably won't be back next week. I'll be out of town, but the week after we'll start spring training and we'll roll right into the regular season. See you guys.